I don't even know where to begin with this video, but yeah, the Demon Tides demo dropped, and oh my lord, it is something else. So we're gonna talk about that today. I guess I'll start with the presentation, and yeah, it is completely just an evolution over Demon Turf, because Demon Turf was this like hodgepodge of like 2D and 3D. Beeps herself was like a 2D sprite in a 3D environment. And Tides, no, she's just a fully 3D model, and everything's just more realized. Like, I like what they did with her, but it was kind of like, okay, this is like your foundation. And Tides just seems to just take everything and just crank up the dial to like 11 in a good way. It has a shell-shaded art style, which is great. The environments aren't as simple. It has a more like tropical theme, at least from what we played. I know there's other biomes and locations we'll go to, but just in the demo, it's just the ocean and basically like different separated islands that have their own like unique geometry and landmarks to them, or you know, something that sets them apart from the other one. Also, the cutscene direction seems pretty cool. Like the menus are like stylized and look really nice. Just yeah, it has a very cohesive style and feel to it. It's just really cool to see, I would say. Oh, one thing I love is the different animations that Beebs does when you get the collectibles, or, like the main collectibles. Oh, like that was a nice touch. Also, I guess I'm getting a little ahead of myself. The music that plays during that, man, I'll just let it play. I'll let you listen to it because it's fucking sick. Good segue, I suppose. Let's get a little more in-depth with the music. I just have to say, if you know me, you know my taste. I'm more of the metal head, or like my metal, my thrash metal, my death metal, my lifestyle determines my death style. Even in the video. But even I have to say, with my musical taste, damn, this game has some bangers in the OST already. I know I just showed you a sample of the fanfare, but here's a select few more. Have fun. But yeah, fits the game very well. I believe it's the same composers as Demon Turf. But yeah, totally just fits the mood, what the tone the game is going for, and you know, they're fucking earworms. They have been stuck in my head since I had played it, and I am looking forward to more. Alright, we got all that fun stuff out of the way, but let's get a little the meat and potatoes of the 3D platforming with the gameplay, shall we? The core of Beebs' moveset is still here. You could double jump, you can turn into the bat, you can turn the little demon with the eyes that spins around as well, so that's all there. The snake power-up that you got from the second boss in Turf is now, you just get that off the bat in Tides, which is nice. And also they use it, the the snake to travel out on the water. You can use such a snake on the ground, like in the original game as well. It basically feels like fucking Wind Waker, like Zelda, for the exploration, like straight up. I don't know if that was their inspiration, but it definitely feels like it, man. Yeah, you could just go into snake form, pick a direction. Oh shit, you find an island, and there's like a main objective to do that user requires some sort of platforming or just kind of maneuvering or figure out where to go. And then there's little side objectives, like you can there's like a challenge where you got to get through rings in a certain amount of time, or you gotta go like, you know, collect a certain amount of objects. And also there's little collectibles that serve as your currency for buying upgrades or cosmetic things. You could race time trial ghosts from other players. Sometimes there's a hidden secret. Mr. Mint returns from Demon Turf, and he has special platforming, like little consecrated platforming sections that you can do. I played some of the music for that actually earlier in the video, pretty sick. But yeah, it's just like, it's kind of like pick an island, you do the 3D platforming. It's like Mario and Sonic and Zelda Wind Waker, like all fucking gone to blender, and just, you know, that's the smoothie you're drinking, man. Like, it's fantastic. I think I also liked about Beebs' moveset, there's this new dash that kind of just it's used to attack enemies, but you can use it on the ground to get a little speed boost. You can like dash into crystals and reset your dash, kind of like in Celeste. That's cool as well. Yeah, just Beebs just feels good to control overall, like that you really just feel in control of her, and if you fuck up, it is your fault. It is not the game's, which is what you want in a 3D platformer like this, so good job on that. Oh, another thing I really did like is the loadout system, which you can swap between two different loadouts in the demo at least, and the idea behind it is that you can give Beebs different cosmetics, like in the original Demon Turf, but they went way more into it in Tides here. But basically you can assign Beebs an outfit, and you could give her different talisman abilities, because earlier in the game you only have 2 slots, so it's like, oh well, what if you want one that helps, you know, movement or platforming? You can, you know, assign that to those, or maybe you need some for like traversal or general exploring or whatever, or just finding the secret. Like there's a one you get that's like you get a drone that you can survey the area with. Like you could put that in one of the loadouts, and then you could swap out to your other loadout if you need more abilities that like benefit the platforming. It's really cool system. And also the checkpoint system from Turf returns as well. I still really adore the way that they make this work. It's basically like you are the checkpoint. You could place it pretty much anywhere, and if you die, you can hold up on the D-pad, and then it will reset you back to that checkpoint. There are fixed checkpoints in every area, so like if you don't do one, it'll just send you back to the base one. But yeah, it's like you could experiment, like, oh, maybe I can get over there, place a checkpoint, and no, I can't, just warp back to it and keep trying, or do something else. It really just helps with experimentation, and I do like that carried over from Turf, because that was probably one of the best things Turf did for me, at least. Another gameplay addition I really like is if you hit, I believe it's the B button. I was playing on Switch Pro, so if it's a different button, excuse me. But if you hit the B button for me, there's a little arrow that pops up above Beebs that points you in the direction of where you're going for like the currency or the main objectives or one of the side activities you could do. And it's not intrusive at all, because like you have to press the button for it to appear. So if you don't want to use it, you just don't have to. But it's there if you want to. I mean, Beebs just make like a little comment. She's like, every time you use it, there's like a little voice clip that plays. But yeah, it's like totally optional. It's kind of there, but if you don't want to use it, don't have to. No harm, no foul. One other aspect I have to touch on, unfortunately, is performance. I have a 12700K from Intel, 32 gigs of RAM, a 7900 XT from AMD. I pretty much cranked almost all the settings up to the highest at 1440p native. No AI upscaling. I did have to knock down the shadow resolution 1 peg. From the highest to the second highest, and also I don't think the shadow distance was like on the highest. It was like 250, and then the highest was like 300. But every other setting I had on the highest because the game wasn't running too hot, great, but then I knocked down the shadow resolution just a bit, and then it ran better. It did dip below 60 like a couple times, but it was mostly okay, like 60, 70, 80, 90, around there for the most part. When there was like a lot of geometry on screen, it did dip, but then I think it caught up. The developer is aware of this. I'll probably put a screenshot up for you guys as I'm talking about this. The developers are aware, and they're still committed to improving performance before the full game launches. And I believe, according to the Steam page, the minimum GPU is a GTX 1660 series, which isn't great. To be honest, like, I wish it was maybe like the 10 series. I don't know if they could stretch that to that, maybe. But if they could do that, that'd be nice. Well, I mean, if they improve performance, it would just benefit me a little bit more, but I would like more people to be able to play it. Apparently it has to do with, like, how the game draws in the assets, and I think one of the shaders they said. So hopefully that can be ironed out or worked on a little bit more, because they are targeting Steam Deck as well, what I remember. So, little bit of a technical note, I would say maybe try out the game on your hardware if you're interested. It's not a presentation of how the game will be like when release comes, but I think it was something just to work out. Even on my computer, there was some woes, not a lot, granted, but there's some. Just keep that in mind. So yeah, for Braz, just work on that. But yeah, overall, I had a really fun time with the demo. It's so refreshing just to play a game that's just mostly gameplay focused and just knows what it wants to be and is very just fun. Remember when games used to just be, you know, fun and just original and had, you know, a semblance of passion or talent behind it? But yeah, for an indie game, this is pretty damn fantastic, I have to say. It's not perfect, but what they're getting right, they are doing in strides, and I am really damn excited to play the full game. It's supposed to drop later this year. I would say, yeah, it's free. It's like a couple gigabytes. If you like 3D platformers or even remotely interested in anything I said, I would say just download and play for yourself. See if you like it. It's just a taste of what's to come. Hell, buy Demon Turf 2 if you want as well, if money allows. Or yeah, that was basically my first impressions of Demon Tides. Let me know what you think if you played it yourself, or, you know, post in the comments down below. Yeah, this is kind of a new style of video, a little bit more shorter first impressions, so maybe I'll do more of these in the future. But yeah, that was pretty interesting, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and have a damn good one.